Hey, Adam Culbertson here. Before we begin, we got a promo from another independent podcast, so when you finish this episode, make sure you go and check them out.
Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old-school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.
Steel your mind for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters.
All right, so y'all are at the entrance of the cave. You just heard the wind talk come through the cave. It was like a combination of wind talk and Aklo. And Victor, you are starting to feel cold again.
Okay. Well, if Victor's starting to feel cold again, he's going to pull out his water skin and take a big swig of that tea, enough.
Yeah.
That he knows it'll last a while because he's had it a few times. So I don't know how much I have left according to you, but he's going to do that for sure.
Okay. Yeah. You're good.
Excellent.
And yeah, y'all want to go down in the cave?
Is there anything else around the area? Or is just the mouth of the cave?
Yeah. You didn't see the voice or you heard wind coming from the cave and Virath saying "shut up, Dad" or "fuck you, Dad" or something. I forgot what he said.
I forgot about what I said to my dad too.
Yeah. It was something along those lines.
Okay. Then yeah, sure. We'll do that. Head down in the cave.
It is dark down there.
Okay. But there's no snow, right? It can't be snowing inside of a cave.
Yeah, it's not snowing inside of the cave.
Excellent.
Well, I don't know. It could be snowing inside of the cave.
Yeah.
Richard, it's too early for this. It's not snowing in the cave.
So you're going down the cave, and you come to a break off, and there's a room like an opening room, and then the other way is a tunnel.
Oh, so it's a maze. Perfect.
I love mazes.
How dark are we talking?
Dark, like no light.
Okay. If that's the case, then I'll how long is that last for? Yeah, I'll do cast dark vision on myself.
Does Virath have dark vision? I don't remember.
I have everything.
That's a lie. You dirty liar.
I have dark vision. I have guidance.
Give him a rope.
Wait a minute, hold on. You're telling me I'm in the cave where my dad lives and I don't even have dark vision? I grew up without being able to see.
You didn't even light any sconces or anything.
God, what a shitty father. That's why I'm here to kill him.
So you don't actually have dark vision?
It's actually not on my sheet. So,
Yeah.
hey, DM.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't see out front of the cave there was a welcome mat that said no sons allowed. It was too windy, we couldn't see it.
Speaking of welcome mats, I have a welcome mat that says, "Bitch, don't wear shoes in my house," and someone stole it.
Oh.
One of my neighbors stole it. I'm pissed.
Maybe they
you need
worked
to get a
for
mat that says "Don't steal my mat."
Maybe they worked for like Nike or Adidas.
I'm figuring. Yeah, it worked for a year. That's gone. But I literally think I should get one that says, "Bitch, don't steal my mat."
That's just an invitation. If I were the guy that stole your other mat, I would steal that one out of principle.
Yeah, of course.
No, so you would be able to light a torch or something along those lines.
Do you have a torch? I light a little match.
Do you have a torch?
I have a tinder box.
I've got torches. I can give you a torch if you need one.
I have a lantern. You know, we could be bored,
He's got a lantern.
but what I would like to
can't
do
hit things with a lantern.
is I have 2 Wendigo heads. Can I light one on fire and use that as a lantern?
Yeah. You want to stick it on a stick or on a the end of a torch?
I'd much rather do that because I have a lantern and it's kind of boring, you know. So
okay,
kind of want to. And I have 2 Wendigo heads, and you don't really need 2 when you have 1, you know.
Okay, so what we'll do is it'll be
Put it on a
obvious
torch.
that Virath can't see as we're walking in, and so I'll pull a torch out and I'll light the torch up with my lighter, and then I'll hand the torch to Virath.
I love the smell of burning flesh in the morning.
And
Then I can just stick a Wendigo head on the end of it.
And I take the Wendigo's head and I stick it right on, and I'm like, "Thanks, man."
You're welcome. That's my first torch. I'm gonna change my sheet.
Oh no!
Count it down. We're keeping track of
I've
that.
only got 9 torches left.
Shit, we gotta go back to town and refuel.
Only 9.
Can I do a perception check and see if there's if I hear anything going on in the cave? I'm assuming I'm still hearing that wind.
Yeah, you're still hearing, or there's just wind cutting through the tunnel. It's not saying anything to Virath right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're hearing wind coming from the tunnel. Yeah, all of you are able to see now with your glasses and torch. And there is a room, like an opening, and it looks like there's some stuff in there. It's like a cave, opening inside the tunnel. Yeah.
I have started waving the flaming head towards the opening.
Okay.
Is it is it like a natural formation, or is it hewn?
Yeah, it looks natural. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know which way we need to go?
Just like the tunnel.
Virath?
You know, I grew up blind, so...
Wow, that's... You come a long ways.
I've had a very tortured childhood. Yeah, we go into this open room. Let's go.
Oh, I thought there was gonna be some exposition there. That's cool. That's cool though.
The exposition is a long time ago.
And I walked away.
Inside the room, you see that there are these white robes on the ground. There's also just sets of clothes, similar to the clothes that y'all saw in the village.
Like the ones that the people were wearing there?
Yeah, because Victor even had to go into to find some warm clothes and everything like that, and similar style clothes, same kind of made by hand clothes, not manufactured.
But they're white, right?
Well, there's robes too.
Okay.
But yeah, same non-manufactured, made by hand clothes.
I'm not supposed to wear those after Labor Day, nerd.
So, can we talk about how nice is this white robe? Is it wearable?
I mean, yeah, it's wearable. Like all the clothes are wearable. It looks like they just some of them are covered in like bits of skin and
I think
too.
for you it would be like a tight tee because he's a giant, right?
Oh yeah, it would be very small compared to.
Probably barely get an arm into one of the freaking holes.
I start dressing up the pole that I have that with the head on fire into like a makeshift scarecrow.
What?
All right.
The appropriate response.
All right. So you're carrying around a little Wendigo scarecrow.
Literally.
Yes, the crows are terrified.
Literally, yeah.
With a flaming head.
God, Burning
Crows are
Man's
absolutely
really
terrified.
weird now.
But there's definitely like skin and kind of like flesh and like melted kind of muscles and flesh. Yeah, meat.
You know, I've seen something like this before.
I think this might be what's left of the people that turned into Wendigos.
Yes, probably.
Victor?
But maybe this means that they were doing some type of ritual.
Victor, do you think it would be okay if you did a little culinary investigation?
Does it look like this is old enough for me to do that? Are these things at least a day old? Or is there enough?
Oh, the
there
meat that's there?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's totally old. Like it's
totally
not
old.
I mean, if you pick through it, you might be able to find some that's kind of recent, but most of it is definitely old. Like months old.
Yeah.
By the smell.
It's a suggestion. I know how you
I don't
feel
know if
about
it would
that.
do much good. We kind of know what's happening, more or less.
Well, I mean,
we got the guy's kid right here.
Long
yeah.
time ago.
I just don't know if like you could get us like a visual image of what this thing is. Visual image is kind of redundant. Image.
Are you
like...
asking me?
No. I'm asking Victor.
Oh.
Yeah. If I eat this, I can see some memories of the people that they used to be.
Which, of course, never turns out poorly.
Yeah, I don't know. Would it? If I ate this and just wanted memories, it wouldn't like get rid of my, skills that I have, would it? It wouldn't just start replacing them with worthless people.
Wow.
I mean, these are just regular
If there's a
villagers.
skill to take, it would replace, but it won't replace it with nothing. No.
Okay, I don't think there's a skill to replace.
Worthless people. Oh man.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess with lack of anything else that we have any clues on, Victor will just like pick up like one of the older pieces and just start gnawing on it.
Like jerky.
Yeah, he hasn't eaten in a while, so it'll be fine. So Victor's gonna eat some dead people and see if there's anything that he can just see. He's not like looking to gain an advantage from it.
Okay. All right. So you go into a memory, and you're looking from the view of this guy. He's going door to door, and he's talking to the people about the joining the cult of Ithaquah, and that they're going up on the mountain to praise Ithaquah, and a lot of people are turning him away. Some people join, and then you kind of flash forward to them traveling up the mountain and crossing the bridge. There's no storm going on. It's really nice and pretty weather and landscape. And then it kind of like flashes forward a little bit more, and you're inside of this big, huge, giant cavern. And you're on like this rock platform that goes out into the middle of this huge cavern, and there's sides to it that just cliff that falls off into darkness, and there's a big, huge rock circular ring at the end of this platform, and everybody's chanting and praising Ithaquah, and then they all start talking in a weird language that you don't understand. They start to mutate, and the memory ends.
Cool.
So relay all that to us.
Yeah.
Or don't.
Or don't.
That guy, and I'll just point at whatever pile I picked it up out of. Like, that guy was one of the cultists that was going door to door, and after they finished, they went up the mountain. Everything was normal, and they were in this big cavern. It was like big and empty, like drop off cliffs with a walkway out towards the middle where there was this big stone circle, and they were chanting and praising Ithaquah, and then they started speaking some weird language and started to turn into, I think, the Wendigos, and then everything just stopped. That's all I know. I imagine Ithaquah might be in that room, but I don't know. That it wasn't pleasant. I know that.
Yes, well, I suppose that it just proves that I was right. There was some type of ritual.
Virath, do you know about any of the cultists, or is this like a new thing for you?
You know, I've known all about this for a long time. I grew up with cultists being around me. And I once was a cultist, and I know the ritual.
Okay, all right. So give me your best door-to-door pitch. So I'm there in the village. I've never heard of Ithaquah. Go.
So I was told that when you're growing up in the system, you don't know that your dad is a psychopath until maybe you hit a teenager year, where you're like, kind of revolt and rebel, and then you're like, I hate you, Dad. And then you become an older man, and get out on your own, you realize that, holy shit, my dad's crazy. So I remember growing up and in this mountain, and we would always have these suitors and these people who would voluntarily light themselves on fire and turn into these Wendigo creatures. And the pitch that my dad wanted me to do is he wanted me to take over for him after he passed. The pitch was basically that Ithaquah would give you resistance to the cold, and would give you warmth inside this cold land, and would give you everlasting life and a new place, an everlasting life in the afterlife, a new place to live with Ithaquah. But it was all lies. So my dad would feed off the souls of these Wendigos, because once they become Wendigos and they sell their soul to the Ithaquah, they no longer have a soul. I guess that makes sense.
That checks out, yeah.
They're soulless. So basically, once they're soulless, my father devours the souls, and that's how he lives. And my father was priming me to devour my soul, and I escaped him before he could devour my soul, because here's how my father eats, is that the more faithful a follower, the better the soul, and the longer it keeps him alive. So these devout followers were really devout, and the more devout they were, the better the souls tasted.
And
So,
you can't get more
why did-
devoted than a next of kin.
You can't get more devoted than next to kin. That's right.
So
Well, that explains the
Jeez.
whole you hating your dad and he's a huge dick thing. All right.
It doesn't explain, though, why
you know,
people who weren't cultists turned into Wendigos. How is he pulling that off?
The people who weren't cultists are just, they're part of a last failed ditch attempt, because you see, the clan had started to die out because I started rebelling, and you know, word about me started getting around, and I was this elusive kind of guy. So as a failed attempt, as a last-ditch attempt, my dad sent an illness upon the village that would force these people to turn into Wendigos. Now, it was the souls would still come to him, but they would be discount souls. So the reality is that
Dollar store souls.
the reality is that my dad's dying.
So we could have
we just have to wait then.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Also, we could have just totally bypassed that whole situation of trying to figure out what the fuck was going on in the village. Probably should have just led with that one. That would have saved some time.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The whole illness thing that your dad created. We literally went door to door to try to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, well, the thing is that you need to experience what I've experienced to know what I know.
Sure.
That was free for your eyes. Your eyes alone.
That was really sold like a cultist thing. Like, you gotta see it for yourself. Like,
You asked him for the pitch.
You
Yeah,
asked for his best pitch.
you know
You got
what?
it.
There we go. All right. Clank,
You
clank,
asked the
clank,
right
clank,
question,
clank, clank.
finally.
Yeah, so you know, some people will believe in like Xenu and stuff. It's basically the same.
I'm familiar with that one. I'm familiar with that Xenu.
I'm from a different land. I mean, I'm from this land, but I'm able to travel through realms because I'm a god and shit, you know. But
Shouldn't we be killing your dad right now?
and I'm very good with pop culture
Well,
references.
you know, if he keeps talking, then he'll die anyway, right?
But yeah, no. So the point is, my dad's evil, and they worship him, and he's eating souls, and he tried to eat my soul, but he can't have my soul because I'm not a discounted soul. I got soul though. I got soul.
But are you a soldier?
I'm super bad.
All right.
All right, good talk.
What do y'all want to do?
Good talk.
Watch me.
So what else is in this room?
Yeah.
You pointed us this way.
I got it. Watch me. And I start taking off into some direction into the other room. Watch me. I got it.
Oh boy.
Okay. So
Are y'all wanting to look around? Like the room is there's no other room. It's just a big room.
Yes,
And
I would like to look
walking
around in the
circles
room.
around
Around.
the perimeter
I'll
of
look
the room.
around.
Yeah,
Can I
you're
do-
running around the room with a scarecrow Wendigo
Can
with
I-
a flaming
can I-
head.
I'm yelling.
Watch me.
I'm running around the room with a scarecrow Wendigo, and I'm yelling, "Dad! Ah! Ah!"
Can I do a perception check to look
Yes.
around the room? Okay.
Yes, you can. You can.
Aleister will be
Alright.
clinged very tightly onto Virath.
I had drunk that perception brew. That would have worn off by now, right? Because I drank it right before we started.
Are you not
All right, so
busy?
that was a 26 that I rolled.
A 26.
Yes.
Okay. So
Pizza
Roll
pasta.
Plus
you're
8.
looking around the room and you notice that there's something that looks more not natural.
Okay.
Besides me running around the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what, like once he started doing that, like Victor was just like,
Totally
okay,
normal.
What's in here? Victor asked him if there's anything else, and he starts running.
He's
around.
gonna do his
So
own
Victor
thing.
started looking, and so Victor will like sort of just walk over to whatever is weird and look at it.
It looks like there's like an indention in the rock, and you kind of brush it away, and you notice that there's like a button that was put in the wall, or like carved into the wall here, or like a stone. It's kind of loose, and you can
Okay.
press it.
All right.
I would like to move away from the center of the room, please.
Yeah. Hey guys, I found a button on the wall.
Don't push it. Virath, do you know what this button does?
Push the button.
I'm immediately gonna move away from the middle of the room as soon as I hear that. Like, run.
Push the button.
Do you want to push it?
Yes.
Sort of back up near Julian. I was like, it's over there, Brad.
I head over to the button, and I take the flaming scarecrow, and with the head, I push the button.
All right, so you start pushing on the button, and it starts. It goes chunk, and then as it goes into the wall, and then a section of the wall just like starts cracking, and the room's kind of shaking, and it like opens into the wall like double doors.
Yeah.
And then a giant boulder rolls.
And I remember, oh, this was how I got home.
And then down the path that it walks into, it's dark, but then it just starts whoosh 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 down the hallway as like green flames on these sconces like light up
Green
down
flames,
the
you
hallway.
Green flames.
Well, you know,
huh?
I thought that this sounded very familiar. Perhaps more familiar than I thought.
So it's like the Chamber of Secrets.
Sure.
Again, different world.
Big fan of Chamber of Secrets, man. I love the Chamber of Secrets.
It's a good one.
I say that to myself.
Yeah, it sounds memorable.
Is that what that room?
God, I miss
Is that
being-
what that room's called?
I tell myself, man, my dad was such a dick, but I do miss being home.
Well,
Aleister, do you know what's going on here?
it's homely, I guess.
It's like
Um,
you.
Yes, it is like me, and I have my suspicions, although I can't really be sure. But the ritual, the melted flesh puddles, the green flames, it all seems very familiar.
Can I
How?
do a Yogg-Sothory check to see if I
Yogg?
or something to see if I remember this place more?
Those aren't very fun. Fair
I'm
warning.
gonna say, honestly, like other than the
Perception
green
investigation.
flames for everybody, other than the green flames, like it's a green flame. Even Virath wouldn't even know what this is. It doesn't go along, or at least the etchings on the wall are unrecognizable by all of you, and yeah, you don't know what it is yet.
Well,
But you can go down the hallway.
Did your dad have like a secret hobby room?
Dad had a lot of secrets.
Do you have a
Did your
mom,
dad
by the
have
way?
any friends that were maybe named Tulsha?
What?
Tulsha. Did he have any friends named Tulsha?
Did your dad know about Tulsha?
Tulsha. I will have to research that in my brain.
All right, we might be here for a minute.
No,
boys.
you don't.
Yeah.
How do you
Or
spell that
you
name?
wouldn't know. You wouldn't know if he did or not. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I do want to make the flame on the scarecrow green now. So I go over to the green flame and light it on fire.
Okay. Yeah, the flame changes to green on your
Okay.
torch.
Awesome. Yeah.
Does anyone have a good reason why we shouldn't just go down this hallway?
It's like the magical flame kind of extinguishes the regular flame and overtakes it.
Well, I suppose if you're okay with the possibility that you'll be melted, then yeah, I think we should go downstairs. It's fine.
Hadn't stopped us
we should
before.
Totally go down the hallway.
Yeah. We're
Or
here
was
to
it
stop
a hall
whatever
or
this
stairs?
is. I don't know.
Was it a hall or stairs?
It was just a hallway.
Okay, well, Aleister's just
It's
flashing
in
back
between
then.
this wall and the other
Okay,
wall.
okay.
Aleister, you might want to see if you can get his first and last in the book.
Does he have room?
If you have room. I don't know how it works.
I think he only can have so many names in there, and I think Evangeline's in there, and I think we were the other two that he was.
She's already dead.
Besides him.
Wrong Evangeline. Well, I suppose maybe it'll be okay for right now. But only so long as until we get back to the actual DDA. Then.
Yeah, it's your book, man. This is a suggestion.
And
I think she'll
Aleister,
be safe.
He's only doing this because he trusts that she'll be safe in the DDA, at least until he gets back.
Hear that, Adam?
Oh, gosh.
But yeah.
Luth
anyway,
has a snack and goes crazy.
I knew it.
Son of a bitch.
Anyway, so Aleister will well, I guess the book will float out of Aleister's pack, and open up to a particular page. One of the names will disappear from it, Evangeline's, and at least to what smallest amount you would be able to understand him. Aleister will actually tell Virath, if you could just write your name here on this page, it will help in case something particularly dire happens.
What exactly are you referring to?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just a general preparation.
Hold on, I'm suspicious now.
It's cool.
Because my dad tried to get me to write his name in his book as well.
Trust me. Better safe
like
than
books.
Sorry.
Yes, it's true.
The book saved Julian one
or-
time
or-
when he was hurt real bad.
or dead.
He would
Wait,
have
so
died.
let me get this right. The book, if your name is written it and you get hurt, it'll bring you back to life?
Well, that's kind of
Well,
up to...
Not exactly, but that's kind of like what happens.
Yeah.
More or less.
you know.
Okay.
It's also
then
kind of up to
I-
Aleister, too,
I
right?
get down and I start to... I take
Well,
one...
it
one-
maybe is less up to me than you might think.
I look at the cat and I start signing my name in the book. And I'm suspicious at first, but then I'm okay. And I pet the cat and I go, no, 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 no.
Okay, thank you. Very well. We can continue on now, and he'll tuck the book back into his pack.
I'm really impressed that this cat has a back.
Is it? Yeah, he has a little backpack.
Little backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's got to have somewhere to keep his stuff.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
There's many ways to
Victor-
accessorize a cat.
Victor will
Are y'all
Yeah.
heading down the hallway?
Yeah, I think we should.
Mhm.
Like, Victor will sort of, like, motion for everyone to come on and just sort of start gently walking towards there, waiting for someone else to get in front of him.
All right, so you get to the end of the hallway, and there's a doorway, obviously carved doorway. As you get to it, and as you get to the doorway, the room does the same thing and whoosh, 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 and lights up the room inside, and it's just a small square room. But inside the room, you see
Pelican.
cephalopod-like carvings all over the wall, statues of weird creatures you've never seen before that remind you of underwater creatures.
Okay, oh, yeah, because I didn't know what a cephalopod was. Is that like an octopus or a sponge?
Yeah, like octopus, squid,
Okay.
kind of. Yeah.
How?
And in the center of the room, there's a pedestal, and there is a broken tablet sitting on the pedestal.
Hello, Aleister here. So, we are delving into this cave now, and have found some quite interesting things. I mean, there's definitely a lot here that really points to Tulsha being at the center of all of this, which I would only expect. I mean, after all, Tulsha does have his fiery tendrils into a lot of different things. It seems maybe a little less obvious to some, but I suppose it just makes more sense to one such as myself, who is so learned in Tulsha and his ways. And this tablet that is there, I don't know what exactly that is concerning, but I'm sure that Tulsa has something to do with it, as he typically does. I suppose the real question really becomes, what exactly Ithaquah is doing in all of this? Like, is Ithaquah maybe a subordinate of Tulsa, maybe doing his bidding? I think that maybe sounds about right. But in any case, the music for this episode was written by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios, with additional music from Dark Fantasy Studio. You can go to microphonesandmonsters.com to be able to find links to our social media or our Discord, or maybe be able to give us a little bit of money through Patreon or the merch store, if you so choose. Obviously, there are things in it for you as well, but it would be so cat-like of you to do so. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you'll join us again next time on Microphones and Monsters.